So we have a sequel to the 2020 hit film Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was released in April this year, starring Jim Carrey, Ben Schwartz, James Marsden, and Idris Elba, and it was directed by Jeff Fowler. And I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it. And starting off with the good and prefacing this section, I'm going to go ahead and admit I've actually never played a Sonic the Hedgehog game in my life. All of my knowledge of Sonic the Hedgehog comes from one of my friends at work who basically educated me on almost all the lore of the Sonic the Hedgehog games before this movie came out. So shout out to my coworker for basically schooling me on Sonic the Hedgehog lore and all that. So go ahead and get started with this. I love Sonic in this movie. He's absolutely great. Voiced by Ben Schwartz, who is honestly a very underrated actor. You don't really see him in a whole bunch, but when he does show up, he does a really good job with like Parks and Recreation, Space Force, this movie, and the first Sonic movie. He's great in everything. I really love him as Sonic. He's got the Sonic attitude down. I really love it. And also, there is a reference to Parks and Recreation in this movie, and Parks and Recreation fans who watch this movie will know exactly what I'm talking about. But I really loved how Sonic was portrayed in this movie. Tails in this movie is voiced by the actress who voices Tails in the games. I don't recall her name, but she does an amazing job in this movie. I really love the buddy partnership between Sonic and Tails, how Tails adores Sonic as his hero. I really love their chemistry together. Idris Elba as Knuckles, hands down, best part of the movie, and that's not even a competition. He's absolutely badass and hilarious at the same time. I thought that Idris Elba brought a perfect performance to the character of Knuckles. I've seen him compared to Drax the Destroyer from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, which I can kind of see that because he, takes things literally like Drax the Destroyer. But hopefully in the sequels he's written way better than Drax the Destroyer was in the MCU, because he was good in the first Guardians movie and then he kind of, whatever. I really loved Knuckles in this movie. The chemistry between him and Sonic, first starting with a rivalry and then ending in a bit of a friendship near the end, I really loved that. And also, Jim Carrey is back as Dr. Robotnik in this movie, and he was really, really good in the first Sonic movie, but he was on a whole nother level with this movie, and I'm not even exaggerating. In the first movie, he was really good, but he felt like he was held back. And I really love this movie because this was full 90s Jim Carrey. I loved this performance from Jim Carrey. I really hope he holds out on that retirement he's talking about to wait to do Sonic 3. But if this is Jim Carrey's last time as Dr. Robotnik, he definitely went out on a very high note with his career and with this character. He was absolutely amazing in this movie. I really love the rivalry that he shares with Sonic, the hatred and the bitterness he holds towards Sonic. Also, I 100% ship Dr. Robotnik and Agent Stone. I just do. I don't know why. And other than the characters, I really liked the story to this movie. Like my friend from work said, this is really an adaptation of sorts of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the video game. And according to my coworker, this was a very accurate portrayal of the events of that game, and it's everything a Sonic fan would want in a Sonic the Hedgehog film, and I would agree if I knew more about Sonic, but I don't, but I still really love this movie. And a lot of people are complaining about the whole side plot with the wedding. I actually didn't mind it. I didn't think it was horrible, but it wasn't great, but it served its purpose to get to where the plot was going near the end of the film. And the action scenes in this movie were really great as well. I really loved especially the final battle. I really loved that. And the humor in this movie, for the most part, really lands. It feels more like Sonic and less like some 12-year-old on Reddit wrote the humor, which was a huge problem I had with the first Sonic movie. It felt like 12-year-old humor. But this film has more of the classic Sonic humor, from what I'm told, and it really lands for me. And that's about all for the good. Let's move on to the bad. And there's really only one little nitpick I have, and like I said with the good, I said for the most part the humor lands. There are still some jokes in this movie that still feel like that 12-year-old type humor that just doesn't land. You have Jim Carrey flossing in one scene, and I hate flossing, first of all. Both, you know, with the teeth and the dance move, because they're both cringe in different ways. But I don't know why they chose to put that in this movie. And also, just some of the soundtrack choices for this movie. It's songs that I don't really like. And that's about it for the bad. So final thoughts. I really love Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And I honestly prefer this over the first one, which I also really liked. But Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was a lot of fun beginning to end, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. So that was my thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time.